Tripoli to make a good showing, and hey, who knows, But like I said, I'm not going to use this coat because I think that he shot his best shot in the San Diego, and I think that it's going to prove that he is in over his head in the Pacific Classic tomorrow. Number 2 is Tiz a Magician. Now, this is a Tiz Now colt trained by Dick Mandela, and Flavien Prat ends here. So, the leading rider at Del Mar ends up in the Pacific Classic on kind of an outsider here. Now, this colt has worlds of speed. Just won the Grade 3 Cougar at this meet. Obviously, it was 6 runners in the race. It was basically not only a prep race, but just kind of like an exercise, a jog. He's obviously going to see, better runners here. The competition, the waters are deeper. So he's going to have to double or triple his performance that he had in the Cougar to match up here in the Pacific Classic. In the Brooklyn at Belmont at 1.5 miles, and I'm looking at some other distances he ran. He also ran in the Big Cap where he was 20-1. 2 Express Train finished not too bad, finished only 4 lengths back while running 5th. So the distance is not really a problem. He is a marathoner, but like I said, coming out of some races where you can look back where the top races, like I said, like the Big Cap, the Brooklyn, and other races like that, he was not really competitive. And in a race he did run second, as I mentioned, the Brooklyn, he was 11 lengths behind Lone Rock. So, here's a runner that Mandela's trying. He has a lot of speed from the 2-hole, should be somewhere on or near the lead, and that's always a good thing, in any race, just about any track. He has 2 wins in 2 seconds at Del Mar. Like I said, getting the leading rider in Flavien Prat. So the Del Mar worked since his last race. A 49 flat, a 48-2 work, and then a 1 minute flat on August the 14th. So the works are okay. The post is good, but the competition is deep. And just like the one Tripoli, I think Tiz a Magician is going to run into some problems. So not using this Tiz Now colt either, but there are some positive things, just like there are with Tripoli. I do think Tiz Magician has more positives in his corner than the one Tripoli, but I'm not using either in my my pick 3s or anything like that, pick 4s or pick 5s. The number 3 is Dr. Post. This is a 4-year-old quality road colt. Joel Rosario is in town, rode at Saratoga today, and is probably on that 5:30 flight from Albany to Minneapolis that I've taken so many times, and then that Minneapolis flight to San Diego that rides at Lindbergh like at 10 in the morning. Then he has to ride the first race at 2 o'clock. That's probably what he's doing. But anyway, Joel Rosario will be in town riding this colt who just won the Monmouth Cup. And he does not have any Del Mar runs. Has been working at Saratoga, and looks like his best distance is somewhere between 1 mile and 1.1 miles. I'm not sure the distance is up his alley, even though he's by Quality Road. Didn't Quality Road win the Wood Memorial? I'm quite sure he did. The Tomlinson showed that he has a 275, which is somewhere normal with this race, but there are others that are higher. There is no 1.25 mile or 1.5 mile races on his form to show. So I don't think that he can get this distance, especially with this quality feel. So I am going to pass on the 3 Dr. Post. Todd Pletcher, God bless Todd Pletcher. Hope he's over that COVID bout he just had about a week ago. And I'm quite sure he will not be in San Diego watching the Pacific Classic tomorrow. I think he's just going to be coming out of quarantine by today or tomorrow. So nevertheless, he sends Dr. Post west with Joel Rosario, who hardly even rides for Todd Pletcher back east. So that's kind of interesting. And so, like I said, I just think this is just a shot in the dark. The odds maker, the morning line maker, made Dr. Post 4-1. I don't see that. I do understand that 101 buyer that he got at Monmouth, which is actually tied for the highest in the field with Express Train. So that is probably why he is getting the respect as far as the odds maker is concerned, with how he believes the public will bet. And plus, Joe Rosario coming back home, so to say, a lot of the fans and a lot of the public are familiar with him. They love to bet him, especially when he comes into town. They actually and really believe and confidently that he is coming in live on just about every horse he rides. But that's going to be a pass for me. Dr. Post, like I say, has some good things about him, has a good number last time, but I am questioning the distance ability with the 3 Dr. Post. So that's for me is a no use. I want to give a shout out to this webpage that I'm on Facebook. It's called Live and Breathe Horse Racing. It's a pretty good webpage. I have a lot of knowledgeable fans on there, and we're actually coordinated a meetup group at Big Red Spring on Travers Day immediately after the first race. Like I said, there's some real knowledgeable horse racing fans on there. Some of the most knowledgeable I've seen on a web page or a website. But the other day they were talking that somebody put a post up about Mike Smith, about how he's done, how he's finished, how he's getting sympathetic mounts, and they wouldn't bet Mike Smith if he was on citation, and yada yada yada. But I'm like, ladies and gentlemen, this is still horse racing. Now, Mike Smith, just like Johnny Velasquez and even Javier back east, they're not winning riding titles anymore, but they can win any race that they're in. So remember, this is still horse racing. This is not jockey racing. And Mike Smith ends up on the 4 Royal Ship. Now, Royal Ship came out of this same race to San Diego with my top choice, Express Train, and Royal Ship was the 6-5 favorite. I watched that race, and, I'm looking at Express Train during the race, but I'm also watching for Royal Ship, and I'm listening to Trevor call Royal Ship, and he's like saying anything. He's like, Royal Ship cart behind horses. He's getting out right now. So Royal Ship did not run his race. This 5-year-old gelding, like I say, was caught behind traffic in an 8-horse field, and maybe that's some of the reason people, are on Mike Smith these days. They say he's not making decisions like he used to. But like I said, he's not getting the stock in numbers. But Mike Smith can still bring home a winner. And I would not be surprised if he turns the table on Express Train. And no, I'm not contradicting myself. This is horse racing. And even though I feel I am a somewhat decent handicapper, I'm not right nearly as much as I am wrong. So, Royal Ship is going to be a horse I am going to be leery of, because I am a handicapper who believes in productive races. And if I like Express Train coming out of the San Diego, then I'm going to like Royal Ship, who was the favorite coming out of the San Diego, who was running with his class. Not like Tripoli, who stepped up out of high-powered allowance races and optional claimers, where Royal Ship went into the San Diego on his class, coming out of grade 2, grade 1s. So this is Royal Ship's class. He was the beaten favorite, although if you go back to races in the past, Express Train was bet heavier than Royal Ship, but nevertheless, in the San Diego held on this track, Royal Ship was the favorite and basically just ran an even race as the beaten favorite. You got to watch runners like that. Beaten favorites, horses who are well bet, it does not matter if they have trouble. If they run around the track, if they don't, maybe they bled or something like that. If they come right back in the same race or the race that they were pointing to, you got to watch out. So Royal Ship, I don't care if Mike Smith was on him, Chuck Baltazar, Fernando Toro, Frank Oliveras. It does not matter. I want the horse, and Royal Ship has a monster chance tomorrow. Since that San Diego, he has a 47.4 work, 114.3, and a 47.4. Now, it's not the sparkling consistent works that Express Train has. However, they are still on par with the runners in this race. And that does show me that Royal Ship is primed for a big run. This is Richard Mandela's second runner in this particular race. I think his other runner, Tiz Magician, is going to be more forwardly placed than Royal Ship, and Royal Ship will have more of an advantage, more of a target to come at. And I think that Royal Ship will get a much better run than he did in the San Diego. So that is going to be my second choice. Obviously, I'm not singling Express Train in on a pick 3 or pick 4 or pick 5. I will single him obviously on a win bet, because I'm going to put a nice healthy win bet on Express Train. But Royal Ship is definitely going beside Express Train on my horizontal pick 3s, pick 4s, or pick 5s. Trainer Bob Baffert has can't even say the name right. Trainer Bob Baffert has a runner in this race, the 6 Magic on Tap. This is a 5-year-old by the great Tapit. And Magic on Tap is going to be a long shot here. Does have a win at Del Mar. Was in that same San Diego handicap at odds of 11-1 and ran evenly, missed by only 6 lengths. Abel Cedillo will ride back. Bob Baffert is at 28% at this particular meet. Now, do I think he has a chance? I don't know. Listen to these works. 3 5-furlong works. A 59 and 4 from the gate, which was best of 55 runners who worked that particular distance on that day. Then a 59-1 and a 59 flat, which was best of 82 runners that particular day. Magic on Tap did not exert any energy last time out. He ran in the Grade 2 Californian where he was strongly bet at 9-2. And then in the Triple Bend Sprint at Santa Anita, he actually won, got a 93 buyer. So let's see here. Looking at the Tomlinson, his Tomlinson figure for 1.25 miles is 298, and that is actually probably best in the field, except for the 9 Cupid's Claws. However, this runner, this Tapit horse, can make a good showing tomorrow. I think he's going to shake some people up. He's going to shake up bettors. He's going to shake up handicappers, and he's going to shake up bettors that even bet him. I would put Magic Tap in my exacta or trifecta. If I'm betting horizontally, this is the horse with a price that is going to be in there. Now, I don't like him to win, but I do like him to come second or third, because I like that pattern. I like that even race in the San Diego. I like the fact that he got the 7 furlongs and 1 going away, and then came back with these blazing 59 works at Del Mar. Bob Baffert knows how to get him ready, knows how to get him together. I would not be surprised to see Magic Tap in the exacta or the trifecta. So that's a definite use for me in the horizontal for the exacta and the trifecta. That's the number 6 Magic on Tap. Florent Geroux is back in town. He was here like a week or 2 ago, and he's back to ride a couple of runners on today's or tomorrow's card. And this one is for Mike McCarthy, and this is Independence Hall. And Independence Hall, he's adding blinkers tomorrow. And Independence Hall is 1-for-1 at Del Mar, won an optional $100,000 claimer. But since then, he's been thrown into really tough company and has not really had good showings. He was in the Californian and Santa Anita back in April, where he was 60 cents on a dollar, so that's somewhere above 1-2, so it's somewhere like 3-5, and missed by nearly 10 lengths. Flavien Prat had him that day. Florent Geroux, like I said, will ride him tomorrow. The Del Mar works are below average compared to other runners here. So, looking here, I do like that he won at Del Mar. It was at 6.5 furlongs, obviously not near the 1.25 miles. Looking at his best buyer was, the race the World Cup, Pegasus World Cup at Gulfstream, where it was 104